Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. We are back at the messy art desk out in Papertown, and I'm gonna do something. I don't know if I've ever created a video doing this before, but we're gonna mass make some pockets. And I find with the way I journal, by writing on tags, keeping ephemera like clothing tags, labels, it's nice to have pockets. I like to write on all of these little areas that I've created, and then how you gonna put them in your journal. So it's nice to have pockets. And I typically, let's make a little template. I typically make journals that are about, let's see, 5.5 by 8.5 inches tall, because I use 8.5 by 11 paper and then fold it. So the pockets typically need to be about 5 inches across. We'll test one of these and make sure it's going to be okay. 5 inches across, and probably, how tall? Not too tall. I like to be able to see things. So maybe about this size. Let's grab a journal. I just grabbed the closest one. So see, this would fit. This would fit the pages. Oh, I love this journal. I need to continue working in this one. In fact, let's check one more. This one cut really thick. Yeah, see, this is a good size as the pages start to, you know, as things, and this ended up turning into a glue book almost, with quotes and everything. Oh, just one of my favorite things to do is glue things in. And so this is a good size. Sometimes with pockets, like if we attach this to the pages by gluing around here, see, that still leaves room for a large tag. You just want to keep your glue at the edge. What I'm going to do is just use up some paper and ephemera to make some pockets, and they will be ready to go when I want to come out here and put a journal together. And I do want to get some things in the shop. I know I sound like a broken record here, but my life has been super busy. Let me stop right now and say something. In my last video, when I had talked about setting some pictures to the side because they were kind of private, and I mentioned one of my sons losing his best friend, I realized I sounded kind of bland about that. I was mostly focusing on making a point to not include somebody else's private life. That whole situation has been anything but, it's not been bland, believe me. I have sat and cried over the loss of that young man. I had known him since he was a small child, and I am heartbroken, absolutely heartbroken. And I wanted to write some of my special memories about him, and I had a picture of him when he was young. But I started thinking, that sounds like I'm really, like I don't care. No, I was focusing on privacy because I just don't want to put somebody else's stuff out there like that. So this is from a, that's a jelly print. And I think we're just gonna, you know, we're just gonna tear that right there, and maybe tear out this part. And that's already very pretty. I like the way that looks. And so this is a stack of paper. You saw me bring over a couple other things. This box here has got a lot of small pieces of ephemera. So why don't we just pull out a few things? See, there's some butterflies, there's an old slide, just some different, a lot of small things. I don't want to pull out too much because then I'm going to have a mess for myself, I say, as I continue to pull things out and leave things everywhere. But I need to use up some stuff, and this is a good way. Actually, let's don't glue yet. I want to take a look here at some of the things. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Some of the things I have. That would be a pretty pocket. And I'm wondering if we could even take part of one of these paper doilies, maybe put it in the bottom. Now we can glue. And I love that we're using up some things. And these will be pretty pockets and just be ready to go. So I do work this evening, and I love going to work, but it's nice to go in late in the day sometimes because it gives me a chance to come out here and do some things, kind of putter around in the workshop out in beautiful Paper Town. I don't know how Paper Town gets so full. I clean it out, I organize, and then the next thing you know, you can't walk again. So I think we all have that dilemma though. I've been talking to my friend Amy about sort of the same thing, just stuff everywhere, you know? And I don't know, it's a cycle. We need to just embrace it. Embrace where we are. Things come and go. You can clean out and then collect again. So this is kind of raised, and you know what? I don't know that I want it that raised. I wonder if I can pull off this, let's pull off some of that glue dot or whatever that is. And I definitely should have done that before I put the glue on, because now I've got it all over my hands. My journals end up thick anyway though, so if I can do this without adding too much more bulk, that would be better for the journal in the long run. And I'm just, whoa, hello. Oh, thank goodness. Amy, I did it. I know one time you were watching me and you said you just knew that bottle of ink was going to tip over. This is actually coffee, and oh my, I'm getting myself sidetracked. I could probably paint a few of these and just lay them on the floor behind me and have those be drying. But I'm going to end up making a mess, right? Oh, I love these things, but they really stick together. Good grief. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Oh, you know what? Hello. Since we're just going to put these things to the side for later use. Oh, I love that. Look at that. Such a dark stain. Let's go ahead and we'll even paint the birdhouse. Make it really distressed. This is the wonderful thing about making things ahead. I don't need this immediately. I can lay this behind me and it's going to be dry and crinkly the next time we come back to it and need to use it. Ooh, I love that. Okay, that worked out great. So there's one down, and let's keep up with our template. Which way does this go? I love this paper. I love the design on this, but this is a glossy paper, and I've ended up not using it as much as I thought I would. I do love it though. So let's go ahead and cut out that. Oh my gosh, I love that. So maybe we will do a pocket in this direction, which could end up being a larger pocket. So let's cut out a piece of paper to go behind it. Sometimes I like to do pockets where they're glued in just on two sides, and then you end up being able to slide things in like that. And a lot of times what I do for those is get my corner punch and punch just that part that's going to be, you know, this is going to be glued, and then we're going to slide things in here. So let's take another doily, because I really like the way that looked. And let's put that under there. What else can we use? There's a little flower that could go there. Doesn't really match the aesthetic of the paper, and that does. That's better. Let's put that there. And that's pretty. Kind of long though. I wonder if it could go under here. Yeah, I like that. All right, so we had that, and then that next, and then this. So let's glue this down. And then this. Sometimes I take the time to spread the glue out, like with a craft stick or whatever, and then sometimes I just put enough on the back that I know it's going to hold, especially if I don't need what I'm working on right away, which is, again, one of the advantages of making things ahead of time. You know, you give yourself time for things to dry and you don't feel rushed. So it's been quite a week, just with the loss, and talked to my son a few times. It just hits home that life is not promised. Every day is such a gift, and we never know from one moment to the next how life is going to change. So it's been very sobering, and it's been heartbreaking for my son. And I think that's probably the reason he met one of his other friends last night, was just the realization that, you know, you don't get to go back and say things that you wanted to say. Although, like he and his friend that he lost, they messaged all the time. They were very close, and they had messaged just a few hours before the accident. And they weren't afraid to tell each other, you know, love you, buddy. So, all right, so laying that one back there. Now, maybe we'll change it up a little bit. See what we have. Ooh, that's pretty. Somebody probably gave me this. Or no, so Jay has given me some beautiful envelopes. I remember this now though. This is one that I stained with some other papers, I think. This would be a fun, like a long pocket to glue and then slip things in like that. But probably want this out on the edge, and don't cover that up. So this is some fun. Let's cut out one of these. The envelope definitely got glued together during the process of staining it. It was in water. So let's see if we can get it open without tearing it all to pieces. And let's just put it in here. I want to get it to where we can see her through that little window. So we need to cut a little bit more off of this side. And probably what I need to do is put a little bit of glue on this picture so it stays where we've placed it, and then let's glue that closed again. Over here I've got mostly large pieces of paper to make the base of the pockets. And then over here I have smaller things. Try to keep things clean as we go. That's kind of cool. I like that little piece of burlap. It's actually got sparkles in it. I wonder if we could. That there. Let's see what we've got. Jay, I love these things you gave me, the artist trading cards. I love that. There's some more in here too. They're out here because I want to put them in my journal. So let's stand those up right there. I kind of need some pictures underneath this thing. So let me grab, and there's some butterfly stickers. Let me grab one more thing. I think for this one, I want some pictures that are a little bit clearer. Oops. But I really just about cut through both pages, and that shouldn't surprise anybody because I do things like that. Oh yeah, just those would be great. This was from a place called Art Chicks Studio. I don't know if anybody remembers them. They've been around for a long time and advertised in the old Stampington magazines. Beautiful stuff. I don't know if you can still get these sheets. I bought these thrifted, honestly. I feel like we need something up here. Maybe a flower. I like that. And then the thing is putting everything back the way, getting it exactly like you've got it on the test run. So this is going to go here. And let's pull these off. We know we need the burlap. Put quite a bit on that. Don't remember exactly how I had that. And then this. It's been so hot here. I mean, just crazy hot. It's hard to do anything outside. We had a little reprieve, I guess, last week, but not for long, and it's just back up. It's just too hot. I don't remember where I had this. Well, we're gonna put it up there. It's so much fun playing with paper. There doesn't have to be some big purpose, and I think one of the reasons people get like, they don't know what to do or whatever. I mean, I've had a lot of people tell me that they feel, well, I'm not trying to lift myself up, but I like to just, there's no pressure. You know how I am. I like to journal with what I have, what the universe sends me. And no pressure for anything to be perfect. So people have said thank you for making it seem doable. So there's no big, this is not it's not a contest, and everything doesn't have to be perfect. And it is wonderful to just embrace your own style. And if something appeals to you, do it. You don't have to be an artist, and there doesn't have to be some big point to playing with paper. You don't have to be somebody who goes to craft shows and sells. You don't have to even show the world what you've made. You don't have to have a channel. You don't have to have a shop. And if nobody understands it, that's okay. It's very therapeutic to place things on paper and to glue things and to think while you're doing stuff like this. All right, so I put that one behind us, and let's, ooh, I love this. I'm tempted though to keep this as a journal page. Let's do that. I need to put that back over where I keep my journal paper. It is the perfect size and it's ready to go. That's a good journal page too. So I better keep these. This is another good thing about pulling stuff down and working with it too. Just you go through your stuff and you remember what you have. You get reacquainted with some things, and maybe reacquainted with the thoughts that you had originally for what you wanted to do with certain things, and then put them in a stack and promptly forget that you have them. So I'm wondering, let's go this way on this one. I think I want that branch as part of this. Okay, that's a good piece of paper. And then this is such a small piece here. Oh, can I even tear that? Let's go ahead and We might use that somewhere on here. Places visited. That's a cute piece of ephemera. And maybe cut a little bit of that edge off so it doesn't completely cover up. Oh, that's too big. Not quite, not enough pizzazz or something. Can't tell if this is all supposed to be together. These were kind of stuck. We'll do this. Then I messed that up too bad. Here is a tiny little image. What else do we want? That says Indigo Batik, which I think is kind of cool. And somewhere, where is it? Maybe we can find a stamp. Since it says places visited. Goodness, can I remember where all this stuff goes? It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just going to have some really pretty pockets the next time we are working on a journal out here and need some places to put notes and things. And then all these on here. Whoa, hello. Time goes by so fast out here. I don't know how long I've been recording at this point, but I'm sure I'm gonna have to stop it soon because the longer the video, the longer it takes to get it uploaded to YouTube sometimes. I still don't know what causes the issues that I have from time to time. Usually everything's fine. But every so often I will have a video that just doesn't want to upload. The video this morning was supposed to go on last night and I was tired. I mean, I didn't mind just calling it quits and saying, well, I'll send it in the morning, but it kind of stalled in the middle of the upload. And I thought, I'm not messing with it anymore tonight. And by messing with it, I mean looking at it, saying, are you there yet? Are you there yet? So I just deleted it this morning and started over again, and it uploaded within 15 minutes. So I just don't know. Let's see, where do we want this? I think we'll put this kind of up there. And you can also, let's see, I'm looking up in my shelf where all my stamps are. I love stamps that make it look like a postmark just put onto something. And let's see if we can get this blue. That's pretty, I like that. And then if we wanted, you know, a little additional distressing or whatever. Let's just do that. All right, this video is probably getting too long, so I'm gonna stop. Let's see what we have so far. I think these turned out great. So just sitting down, that was so therapeutic. I used up a lot of my supplies, and then we have pockets ready to go. Now, if I'm talking to myself here, what I would say is please make sure you put these in a place where you've labeled pockets ready to use. Otherwise, they will disappear into Paper Town and you'll see them like next year or something. No, I'm not really that bad, but I do have a tendency to forget about things if I can't see them. So these are going to go into a box that's labeled pockets ready to go, and we will put them in journals that I'm going to be making soon. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye for now.